Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. To truly understand the beginning of one life, sometimes we have to start at the absolute literal end of another. We're looking at a story today that bridges the massive gap between a devastating, violent end and the chaotic, hopeful start of a brand new chapter. So, to grasp the full emotional weight of the journey we're about to unpack, we actually need to step into a moment of pure tragedy, a moment where time is rapidly running out.
I'm going to throw you directly into this scene. I don't want our story to end like this. Those are the desperate words of Ananya as she and the absolute love of her life, Tanmay, lie on the ground, dying from gunshot wounds. The only witness to their final moments is the moon above them. And look, this wasn't just some fleeting romance, okay? They had fought their own families just to be together. And now, just as their love story is on the verge of being complete, they are violently cut down, literally watching all of their shared dreams fade into the dark.
Because, you see, they didn't just meet. They practically grew up together. We're talking way back to when they were 9 years old, when Tanmay completely ruined Ananya's favorite purple dress, which made her cry and sparked this whole childhood grudge. Fast forward to her 18th birthday, and we see Tanmay just incredibly nervous, proposing to her. Knowing they have shared a literal lifetime of memories makes this abrupt, violent end right before their love story is fully realized just utterly heartbreaking. It's their entire shared history flashing before their eyes as they lay bleeding under the night sky. So, in those final, agonizing moments, a falling star streaks across the sky. But instead of just making a silent wish, Tanmay asks Ananya for a solemn vow. He says, "Promise to complete our love story in our next life." And Ananya promises. She swears that even if she somehow forgets him, she could never love anyone else. They both agree to meet again. With that incredibly heavy, beautiful vow, they close their eyes, hoping against all odds to find each other in their next life and finally finish this incomplete story.
Now hold on to that, because the shift right here is completely jarring. We are violently ripped from those tragic lovers dying under a quiet moon with a desperate promise on their lips and thrown straight into a loud, chaotic present. A young girl named Vaishnavi suddenly wakes up in a total panic, her heart racing as a blaring alarm totally shatters the silence. We have transitioned from the devastating end of one timeline straight into the frantic beginning of another.
And Vaishnavi isn't just shaking off a normal bad dream. No, she's been trapped in this horrible, recurring nightmare where she is running for her life from people actively trying to kill her. And it's happened every single night for a week. The trigger for all this? The arrival of an admission letter to her absolute dream university. I want you to think about this for a second. Have you ever felt like a dream was desperately trying to tell you something you've forgotten? Echoes of a past life, maybe? Because Vaishnavi has no clue why this terrifying chase keeps repeating in her mind right as she's about to achieve her biggest goal in life.
But here's the thing. Vaishnavi literally has zero time to sit around decoding the deep mysteries of the past or psychoanalyzing her nightmares. It is 8 a.m. Her flight to that dream university? Yeah, it's at 12 p.m. She's instantly grounded in the very real, extremely stressful anxiety of oversleeping. She's got to get ready and pack her bags like right now. The surreal fear of her dream is instantly replaced by the very real ticking clock of reality. Moving on to part 1, the pillar of sacrifice, Vaishnavi's bond with Maya. So, rushing downstairs, Vaishnavi gets a heavy dose of grounded reality. Completely ignoring a doctor's orders to rest after having a fever, Maya, a woman in her 30s, is stubbornly in the kitchen baking Vaishnavi's favorite butter cookies. It is such a profound testament to their bond. Get this, Maya was only 18 years old when she took Vaishnavi in. 18! She raised her entirely alone. To pull that off, Maya sacrificed her own career, and she completely gave up any chance of marriage. Vaishnavi herself even acknowledges that if Maya hadn't found her, she would have died. Maya literally gave up her own youth so that Vaishnavi could have a future. Maya actually captures this whole dynamic perfectly. She says, "When I didn't have anyone left in my life and I thought my existence is useless, I got her, and she became my world." It's this incredibly beautiful irony, right? Vaishnavi feels an immense debt. She wants to fulfill all of Maya's unlived dreams because she feels she literally owes Maya her life. Yet, Maya feels she wouldn't have even survived if Vaishnavi hadn't come into it and given her a purpose. They are absolutely each other's lifelines. And this deep bond leads to a highly emotional role reversal at the airport. First, Vaishnavi smartly traps Maya into promising not to say no. Then, she firmly demands that Maya finally go out, find the love of her life, and get married, just flat out refusing to let Maya's life be wasted on her. Maya reluctantly agrees to try, but affirms one absolutely crucial thing. Raising Vaishnavi wasn't a waste, it was her life. It's an incredible moment. The child is now pushing her guardian to reclaim the romantic life she sacrificed all those years ago. So, with these huge promises made, Vaishnavi steps away from the only family she's ever known, heading off to her dream university. And it's bittersweet, for sure. She has absolutely no idea how she's going to manage things alone without Maya's constant support. But she is fiercely determined. She's walking straight into unknown challenges, vowing to try harder and overcome whatever obstacles are waiting for her in this new chapter. Which really just leaves us with one massive, lingering question. We've got the tragic, violent death of Ananya and Tanmay, and their desperate vow to complete their love story in the next life. We have Vaishnavi, plagued by these recurring nightmares of killers exactly as she receives her university admission. As she steps off this plane and into her new life, entirely alone for the first time, will these new challenges at university actually bring her closer to that ancient promise? Are the shadows of Ananya's past and those ruthless killers about to catch up with Vaishnavi's new beginning? Well, the pieces are all in place, and the next lifetime has officially begun.